topic is as timely as could possibly be. We are living in very complex times when it comes to manufacturing. Many new technologies, both in the process and product areas. And the issue of supply chain, many people don't realize that very few companies produce a product. They are part of the supply chain. And medical devices, of course, are no exceptions. So we're going to talk today about supplier quality management, but we're going to do it in the context of lean documents and lean configuration. A couple of things about the companies I'm associated with. I am a partner in Atzari Consulting, and it's a company that provides consulting services in the areas of manufacturing, engineering, and quality systems for biotechnology, medical device, and pharmaceutical customers. A second company that I own is Atzari Enterprises, and that company specializes in the development of lean configuration and lean documents, tools, and methodologies. So to provide an overview of what we're going to discuss today, we're going to go over some thought-provoking images from everyday life. The reason for these is that it gets us into the right frame of mind as we approach the topic that we are about to discuss. And those things are, it also makes the connection between our everyday life experiences and what we might experience in a design or manufacturing situation. I'm going to talk about the genesis of chaos, which is a description of what I consider and have considered to be the situation with respect to documents, design controls, document controls, process controls, anything having to do with the design and manufacture of a product. And my focus, of course, is medical device, but it applies to pharmaceutical and biotechnology. So chaos is a very good description. I'm going to share with you an illustration called the web of cross-references, which shows that concept. We're then going to go over some key principles of lean documents and its close cousin, lean configuration. Finally, we're going to introduce an alternative to that web of cross-references. And then we will go into the topic of supplier quality management, but using the lean principles that we just learned as a tool, finally arriving at a summary and some conclusions. So before we get started, I think it's important to understand the idea or the, so to speak, the DNA of where we're going, the very nature of what it is that we're talking about, and that's why it's important to understand the logic and how everyday life experiences and common sense ties into what we do in the workplace. So one of these is you go into a restaurant, and this is something you should be able to relate to almost anywhere in the world, and there's several things happening there. From a document point of view, you're handed a controlled document, believe it or not. Now, you might not think of the menu as a controlled document, but I'm pretty sure the owner does not want to give you something with prices from 2 years ago, or to have something as an offering that the kitchen is not prepared to make. So the menu is I consider that a transactional document because it gives you the information necessary for you, the diner, to make your choice. And it is a single function document. That is the only purpose, is to allow you to make a choice. It is not trying to do anything else. So the menu, to do that, I call it a single function document, but it has two very important elements. One of those elements is the description of each dish. So the description of the dish is what you are getting. So the other element is the price. The price is what the restaurant or the owner of the restaurant is getting. And with those two elements, you're able to make your selection. Now, one of the things that is very important is what are you paying for? You're